Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of old coins, specifically the incredibly valuable 1964 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark. If you're a collector, a treasure hunter, or just someone curious about what hidden gems might be sitting in your pocket change or your grandparents' drawer, this video is just for you. Let's talk about a coin that looks ordinary on the outside but could hold extraordinary value. The 1964 Washington quarter without a mint mark isn't just a piece of metal. It's a piece of American history, frozen in time, and it could be worth far more than 25 cents. Today, we'll explore its origins, its significance, and why collectors across the globe are willing to pay top dollar for it. First minted in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the Washington quarter was intended to be a one-year commemorative coin. But its design was so admired that it quickly became a permanent part of American currency. The 1964 version, in particular, marks the final year the U.S. Mint produced quarters using 90% silver. That's right, after 1964, the Mint switched to a copper-nickel blend, making the 1964 quarter the last true silver quarter in circulation. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. The 1964 quarter, without a mint mark, was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike coins from Denver or San Francisco, which carried a D or S mint mark respectively, Philadelphia coins had no mark at all. That absence of a mint mark has become an iconic symbol for collectors, distinguishing this coin as a classic of its era. But this coin's value goes beyond its silver content. It's the historical significance, the finality of an era, and the nostalgia it represents that make it so sought after. People want to own a piece of the past, and this coin is a perfect example of history you can hold in your hand. You might be wondering, is it really valuable? And the answer is a resounding yes. Not just because of the silver, though silver prices fluctuate and that alone gives the coin a base value, but because rare and well-preserved specimens of the 1964 quarter can fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars. In fact, in auctions and private collector sales, pristine uncirculated 1964 quarters with no mint mark have been known to sell for as much as $7,000 or more. Imagine that, a single quarter from over half a century ago turning into a small fortune. The value climbs even higher if the coin is graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. A high mint state grade, say, MS66 or MS67, can catapult the coin's worth into the thousands. And if your coin has a deep cameo or proof-like finish, you're in for a real treat. Collectors are on the hunt for these gems every single day. And why wouldn't they be? It's a chance to own something beautiful, rare, and meaningful. The thrill of the chase and the reward of discovery make coin collecting such a beloved hobby worldwide. So if you have a 1964 quarter lying around, take a closer look. Is it in good condition? Does it shine? Could it be a high-grade piece? Even if it's been sitting in a jar for years, it might still have incredible value, especially if it hasn't been scratched, worn down, or cleaned improperly. But don't stop there. Check with a professional coin dealer or a grading service. Let the experts take a look. You might be surprised to learn that your simple little coin could be a prized possession. And this isn't just about money. It's about preserving history. It's about passing on something rare and beautiful to the next generation. That's the true power of numismatics, the story behind every coin, the people who've held it, and the world it's traveled through. Even if you're not a collector, holding a 1964 silver quarter connects you to a different era, a time when coins had weight, substance, and intrinsic value. When you hold this quarter, you're not just holding currency, you're holding a story. So go ahead and check your change, your family's old coin jars, or your collection boxes. That hidden treasure could be waiting for you. And if you find one, especially in mint condition with no mint mark, protect it, treasure it, and maybe even get it graded. Because one day, that very coin might be your gateway to a windfall, or simply a piece of priceless history you'll cherish forever. So remember, the 1964 Washington quarter with no mint mark is not just valuable, it's legendary. It marks the end of silver coinage, the transition of eras, and the beginning of the modern numismatic age. Its value isn't just measured in dollars, it's measured in significance. Next up, the 1978 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark, a coin that might be sitting in your change jar right now, waiting to surprise you with its hidden value. You might look at this coin and think, it's just another quarter. But no, This isn't just pocket change. This is a piece of American history, a collector's item in the making, and yes, it could absolutely be worth far more than its face value, especially in the years to come. Now let's break it down. The 1978 quarter with no mint mark was produced in Philadelphia, which is why it has no letter under the date. Back then, Philadelphia didn't use mint marks, making coins from this facility unique in a subtle but significant way. This tiny detail, the lack of a mint mark, has now become one of the features that collectors look for when hunting down the cleanest, sharpest, most pristine examples of this vintage coin. This was a time before flashy modern designs or colorized coins. The 1978 quarter is classic. It features the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse, a symbol of strength, leadership, and freedom. Flip it over, and you're greeted by the powerful image of an eagle, wings spread wide, resting on a bundle of arrows, pure American symbolism. Now here's why this coin is important. It's not just old. It was made during a time of economic change, when inflation was high, silver had already been removed from circulating quarters, and the demand for durable, high-quality coinage was soaring. Many 1978 quarters went into circulation and were used heavily, worn down, scratched, and forgotten. But if you can find one in brilliant, uncirculated condition, that's where the magic happens. Coins from this era are becoming increasingly rare in top condition, and rarity is what drives value. In fact, MS-66 and MS-67 graded examples of the 1978 quarter have sold for up to $1,000 at auctions. That's right, one single quarter sold for over $1,000, and there's no reason yours couldn't do the same if it's in excellent shape. This coin may not be made of silver, but don't let that fool you. Its true value lies in condition, scarcity, and collectability. Every year that passes, more of these coins disappear from circulation or get damaged, and the ones in mint condition become even more desirable. Think about it, it's already almost 50 years old. The 1978 no mint mark quarter is part of a powerful trend in numismatics. As younger collectors enter the scene, they're beginning to appreciate coins not just for precious metal content, but for the stories they tell, the moments in time they represent, and the artistic legacy they carry. And this quarter, this humble 25-cent piece, is right at the center of that movement. Imagine walking into a coin show or auction with a pristine 1978 quarter in hand. You've had it graded, you've protected it, and now collectors are bidding $500, $800, maybe even $1,500 for the right coin. It's not just a dream. It's already happened, and it could happen again. And maybe, just maybe, it could happen to you. Right now, the average circulated 1978 quarter might sell for a few dollars. But the real winners are those in mint state. Coins that have been preserved untouched, shining like the day they were struck. The highest value recorded for a 1978 quarter so far is around $5,000, and with the rising interest in vintage American coins, the ceiling can only go higher. So what's the future value? Well, as the number of high-grade examples shrinks, and as interest in 20th century coinage rises, experts believe we could see prices reaching $7,000 to $9,000 or more in the future for top-tier coins. And when you consider how accessible these coins still are right now, it's the perfect time to start hunting. That's what makes this so exciting. It's not just about what the coin is worth today. It's about what it will be worth tomorrow. Every coin has a journey. Some go unnoticed forever, but others become legends. Your 1978 quarter could be one of those legends. So here's what you need to do. Check your change. Go through your old coin jars, your grandpa's drawer, or that shoebox you haven't opened in years. Look for that 1978 quarter with no mint mark. And if you find one in great condition, don't spend it. Protect it. Get it graded. Because its journey is just beginning. Coins like this don't just tell stories, they create them. This 1978 quarter is valuable not just for what it's made of, but for what it represents. It's a symbol of time, history, design, and potential. And for collectors, it's a golden opportunity. So yes, the 1978 Washington quarter with no mint mark is valuable. And it's only getting more valuable with time. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner just getting started, this coin is one you should absolutely be looking out for. Next up, and surprisingly valuable 1970 D Washington quarter dollar. Yes, the one with the D mint mark, minted in Denver. And today, you're going to learn why this coin has collectors around the world buzzing. To the untrained eye, the 1970 D quarter might look like just another ordinary coin. But let me tell you, it's anything but ordinary. This quarter carries history, uniqueness, and most importantly, value. It has a backstory that sets it apart from most coins of the 20th century, and it's becoming one of the most talked about collector coins from that era. Let's begin with a little history. The 1970 D quarter was minted at the Denver Mint in, you guessed it, 1970, during a time when America was seeing major cultural and political shifts. Coins from this era are already in high demand due to their symbolic presence during such a transitional time. But the 1970 D stands out even more because of one particular reason, a rare error that turned this quarter into pure treasure. That's right, there's a version of this coin that was accidentally struck over a 1941 Canadian quarter. Imagine that, a double-layered coin, where traces of the older coin can still be seen underneath the 1970 D design. This is one of the most exciting minting errors in U.S. coin history. It's incredibly rare, and collectors can't stop talking about it. This rare error was most likely a mistake made during the production of proof coins, usually intended for collectors, where a leftover Canadian coin planchet got caught in the presses. As a result, the overstrike created a unique hybrid that collectors view as a numismatic anomaly, a once-in-a-lifetime find. So how valuable is it? Get ready for this. One of these error 1970 D quarters sold at auction for over $10,000. Yes, you heard that right. $35,000 for a quarter that's just over 50 years old. That's the power of rarity and historical curiosity wrapped into a single coin. And what about the standard 1970 D quarter? Even without the error, collectors are still hunting for this coin in high grades. An uncirculated 1970 D quarter in mint state 65 or higher can fetch hundreds of dollars today. Why? Because high-grade examples are hard to find. Most of these quarters were circulated, scratched, or worn out. Clean, untouched, and perfectly struck specimens are gold in the eyes of collectors. Thousands of coin collectors actively search for 1970 D quarters every year, hoping to find that ultra-rare overstrike error or simply a gem-quality coin. It's not just about owning it, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the story behind it, and the chance to hold a mysterious piece of American history. Now you might ask, do people really want to buy it? Oh yes, they do. Coin forums, eBay, auctions, and numismatic marketplaces are filled with listings and bidding wars for 1970 D quarters in top condition. Collectors know how special these coins are. If you own one, and it's graded and preserved, there are people waiting to make you an offer. Imagine flipping through your coin collection or your pocket change and finding that 1970 D quarter. You look closely, send it off for grading, and when it comes back as a high mint state, or even better, one of the rare error types, you could be sitting on a jackpot. This isn't just about profit, it's about history. Every coin tells a story, and the 1970 D tells one of the most intriguing ones. A modern coin with a hidden past, a secret error, and the ability to spark passion in collectors and historians alike. The best part, these coins are still out there. They haven't all been found. They're waiting in rolls of change, in dusty drawers, in coin albums passed down through generations. And that's what makes the journey so exciting. You could be the next lucky person to find a 1970 D quarter worth thousands. The market for these coins is hot, and only getting hotter. As collectors compete for the few top-grade specimens that remain, the prices are rising. It's not a matter of if this coin's value increases, it's already happening. And there's no ceiling in sight. Some experts believe that rare examples of the 1970 D quarter could reach $3.0000 or more in the near future if the right buyer and condition meet. That's not speculation. It's based on real auction records and growing demand in the numismatic world. So what can you do right now? Start looking. Search your collection. Ask your relatives. Visit coin shops. And if you find a 1970 D quarter, treat it like gold. It just might be. If it looks unusual, especially with signs of an overstrike, it could be one of the rarest coins of our time. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1970 D quarter is not just a coin. It's a collector's dream. It's a piece of American minting history. And it's a real opportunity for anyone willing to look a little closer at the change in their hand. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If this inspired you, give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another coin spotlight. Share this video with your friends. You never know who might have a hidden treasure sitting in plain sight.